Good morning all of you. Myself Soni Hire and today we will learn about the chemistry standard 8 lesson number 3 synthetic fiber and plastic. So in this lesson we will learn about the synthetic fiber and plastic. So first point is fiber. What is the fiber? Fiber means every day we wear the different type of clothes. So this cloth is made up of fiber. There are the two type of fiber, natural fiber and a synthetic fiber. What is the definition of natural fiber? Natural fiber means those fiber obtained from plant and animal. Such type of fiber is called as the natural fiber. For example, silk and cotton. Next is what is the synthetic fiber? Synthetic fiber means those fiber that are manufactured in factory from the different chemical. Such a type of fiber is called as synthetic fiber. Example, nylon and rayon. So these are the definition of natural fiber and a synthetic fiber. Now next point is how this synthetic fiber it is the made. So synthetic fiber is made up of the monomer, polymer and polymerization. So what is the monomer? Monomer means, for example, braid of string. This all braid it is the arranged in a thread. This way only monomer it is the arranged in a chain. That small chain is called as the monomer. This picture, these are the small unit of monomer. These monomer are attached in a together and form the small chain. So it's called as the monomer. Next is what is the polymerization? What is the polymer? Polymer means number of monomer joined together. So by the joining they form large unit. This large unit is called as the polymerization. Look at this. Observe, these are the number of monomer. This monomer when it is the joined together, so they form the large unit and this large unit only is called as the polymer. And next, what is the polymerization? Polymerization means joining the monomer and form the polymer. Joining the monomer together form the polymer. This process is called as the monomer. So by the monomer, polymer and polymerization, synthetic fiber it is the made. Next point, synthetic fiber it is the divided into the 5 type. First is rayon, second nylon, third polyester, fourth arsenic and fifth is lycra. So one by one we will learn the all type of synthetic fiber, information, material, property and uses. So first type of synthetic fiber we will learn, that is called as the rayon. So this is the basic information about the rayon. So this rayon synthetic fiber is made up of the naturally occurring cellulose. This cellulose is present in a plant wood pulp and from the wood pulp extracted rayon fiber it is the made. Second point is rayon is also called as the artificial silk. Why? Because rayon it will show the silk property. Rayon it will show the silk property. Because of this reason rayon also called as the artificial silk. And the third point of rayon is property. There are the 3 property of rayon. So first is rayon is lustrous, good absorber, it will be the absorb the sweat and water properly. Second is soft, silky in a touch. When we touch the rayon fiber we will feel the soft and silky. And the third property is cheaper than the other natural fiber. Cotton and from silk, this rayon it will get the less costs. That's why nowadays people choose to wear or purchase the rayon fiber or cloth. So these are the basic information related the rayon. Now next point we will learn where rayon it is the useful. So related the property, rayon it is the used to make the bed sheet, carpet, bandage, dressing, shirt, jacket, track suit, etc. And related the property rayon, it will be the mix with the fiber glasses, and by the mixing it will be the help for making the helmet and tire cord. So these all are the uses of rayon. Related the property, rayon it is the use in a different way. Now we will move to the next or second type of synthetic fiber, that is called as the nylon. So first we will learn the basic information about the nylon. So how nylon it is the produced? So nylon, first point is produced. Nylon is produced in 1930. So which scientist gave the concept about the nylon? That scientist name is Wallace H. Carethor. Wallace H. Carethor. Second point, this nylon, it formed by the two country in the same time. That country name it is the New York and London. So this both country at the same time they develop or they form the nylon. That's why related this country name, they gave the name to the nylon. So nowadays we call the nylon fiber. Third point is the nylon is first fully synthetic fiber, means it is the made up of the completely chemical material, with the chemical material. Fourth point, again with the chemical material, nylon is made up of the coal, petroleum, water and air. So this material is used to made or manufacture the nylon. And the last point is the properties of nylon. So first property of nylon is nylon have the shiny appearance. It is the elastic in nature, lightweight, strong and durable. So these are the property and information related the property and information where nylon it is the use. So next point is the uses of nylon. Nylon it is the used to making the raincoat, saris, fishing net, rope, badminton, tennis racket, toothbrush, reel thread, swimming wear, seat belt, parachute, etc. So related the property in a different way or for the manufacture different thing, nylon it is the useful. Now we will move to the third type of synthetic fiber. That type is called as the polyester. So first basic information about the polyester. So polyester it is the made up of the monomer. That monomer is called as the ester. Second, polyester it is the made up of the petrochemical. And the third point, it is the properties of polyester. So first property of polyester is it does not get wrinkle. Means after the washing also no need to press. Second is the strong and light in a weight. By the wearing we will feel the lightweight. And third is dye in a different color. If we mix the another color to manufacture the different color of polyester, so polyester it will be the help to dye the color. So these are the properties of polyester. So related the property and the manufacture where it is the useful, this one we will learn. So next point is the uses of polyester. So polyester related the property it is the used to make the sailboat, water hoods for the fire. PET is PET also it is the type of the polyester. It is used to make the jar, water bottle, shirt, dresses. Again polyester it is the used to make the conveyor, by mixing to form the terracotta. So these are the uses of polyester related the property and material it is used to manufacture the different type of things. Now we will move to the next or fourth type of synthetic fiber, that is called as the arsenic. So first we will learn the basic information about the arsenic. Arsenic, it is the natural substitute for the wool. So instead of a wool, arsenic acid is the use, because arsenic it will show the properties of wool, like wool. That's why instead and for the wool natural substitutes, arsenic it is the useful. Again, arsenic it is the known as the ursulene. This is the another name. Third, it is the example of the arsenic: Orlon, Casmilon and Ursulon. Orlon, Casmilon, example of arsenic. And the fourth point of the arsenic is property. So first property of arsenic is soft and lightweight, and second is does not shrink or stretch. So these are the properties of the arsenic. And related the property where it is the useful, this one we will learn. So next point, it is the uses of arsenic. Arsenic it is the used to make the socks, sweater, blanket, shawl, artificial fur, cover of the automobile, lights, etc. So in a different way related the property arsenic it is the use. Now we will move to the fifth type of synthetic fiber, that is called as the lycra. So lycra is also called as the so what are the properties of the lycra or spandex? So lycra has the ability to stretch and regain its original shape. Suppose we stretch the lycra fiber, after the stretch we will leave, so again it will come in their original shape. Why? Because lycra has the property, and with that property, after the stretching also it will be the return or regain its original shape. After related the property where lycra it is the useful. So lycra it is used to make the body hugging cloth. Body hugging cloth means under the body which cloth, inside the body which cloth we are wearing, that cloth is called as the body hugging cloth. For the make body hugging cloth, lycra it is useful. So these are the type of the synthetic fiber. Each type we learn the basic information, property and related the property where it is the use, that also we learn. Now next point in this lesson is that the point is called as the plastic. See, nowadays we use the different type of the plastic things. Whatever daily we are using, that all things it is made up of the plastic. So why plastic things only we choose to use or complete our activity? This one only we will learn. So observe this information. First point is the first point for the plastic is semi-synthetic organic solid. Semi-synthetic organic solid means it will show the properties of synthetic substance. For that purpose it is used to manufacture the many things. Second is the plastic is a typically organic compound. What is the organic compound? Organic compound means those compound contain only carbon and hydrogen bond. Such a type of compound is called as the organic compound. And this plastic it will show that a plastic is typically organic compound. Third point, plastic is derived from the petrochemical. So what is the petrochemical? Petrochemical means chemical is made up of the petroleum and a natural gas. Such a type of chemical is called as the petrochemical. So this is the basic information about the plastic. And I said before, most of the things daily which we are using, that things it is made up of the plastic. Why? Because plastic have the unique property compared to the other substance. Which plastic it will show, that the property other substance it will not show. So which plastic have the unique property? This one we will learn. So first property of plastic is plastic are non-reactive. It non-reactive means it will not react with any substance. Suppose plastic bottle or plastic things, in that things if we store the water many day, many month, still it will not react with water. Instead of water, chemical we use, for example phenolphthalein. Second is sodium hydroxide. So by the storing in a plastic, still plastic it will not react with a chemical. And suppose in a rainy day also, otherwise if we kept in a outside plastic water or things many month, many year, repeat over, still it will not corrode. So because of these things are related, this property, plastic are non-reactive and it is not react with any substance. That's why it is used to store the many things. Second is the light and strong. Plastic things weight, it is the light in a weight and strong means easily it will not break. Long period we can use the plastic. This is the second property. Next, bad and poor conductor of heat and electricity. Means bad conductor of heat means plastic it will not allow to pass very little or no heat from them. For example, heating pan, non-stick pan we are using. So handle of this non-stick pan, it is made up of plastic. So while cooking to catch the non-stick pan, we will use the handle, or in a handle side only we will catch. Why? Because from a handle we will not get the heat. So here it show plastic it will not allow to pass the heat. That's why handle of the non-stick pan or heating pan is made up of plastic. And the next it is the plastic is a poor conductor of electricity. So this is the electric wire. This is the electric wire. Each and every electric wire, if we observe, so that electric wire covering it is made up of plastic. Why? Because plastic it will not allow to pass the electricity. It is the poor conductor of electricity. That's why electric wire it is made covering it is made up of plastic. So these are the properties of plastic. So related the properties of plastic, we use the plastic things nowadays and complete our activity. So this is the basic information and property. Now next point of plastic is types. So there are the two type of the plastic. First is thermoplastic and second is the thermosetting plastic. So what is the thermoplastic? Thermoplastic means when it is the heated. If plastic if we will heat, so by the heating it will be the get soften, and by the soften we can give the different shape, means it will be the deeper. When a plastic it will show this thing. So this plastic or this type of plastic is called as the thermoplastic. And what is the thermosetting plastic? Thermosetting plastic means if we will give the high temperature, high heat, still by the high heat or temperature that do not get the deepen and it will not soften. Such type of the plastic is called as the thermosetting plastic. So this we learn the definition. So which plastic we can call the thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic? So there are the three examples are there, or plastics are there. These are called as the thermoplastic. So first is polythene, second is PVC, third is the polystyrene. So this thermoplastic where it is the useful. So this one we will learn. So polythene thermoplastic it is used for making the plastic bags, container for storing the water and oil. Next is the PVC, full form is the PVC is the polyvinyl chloride. So this polyvinyl thermoplastic it is the use for making the floor tiles, shoes, sole, pipe and bags. And a third type of thermoplastic is the polystyrene. It is the use for making the many car part, protect the consumer product. So in this different way, polystyrene it is the useful, and this polythene, PVC and polystyrene is called as the thermoplastic, because by the heating it will show the means it will be the soften and deform. Next type of the plastic is the thermosetting plastic. So which plastic is called the thermosetting plastic? Teflon, bucklete and melamine. So where it is the useful, the Teflon thermosetting plastic. So it is used for making the non-stick cookware and corrosion proof coating in a chemical industry. Next is the bucklete. Where it is the useful, the bucklete thermosetting plastic, it is the used to make the electric plug and a switch, comb, fountain pen, etc. And a melamine thermosetting plastic, where it is the useful, so it is the use for making the unbreakable dinnerware and a decorative object. So these are the uses of the thermosetting plastic: Teflon, bucklete and melamine. So after the type of plastic, we will move the next point. That the next point is the disadvantage of plastic. Means in the first point we learn related the unique property. Most of the things which we use in our daily life, that it is the made up of the plastic. Means by the use of plastic we are getting the advantage, but by the use of plastic we will get the disadvantage. So which disadvantage we will get, that we will learn. So first disadvantage of plastic is non-biodegradable material. Non-biodegradable material means those material in a natural process for the decompose it will take the time. This material is called as the non-biodegradable material. So when a plastic it is the throw in the soil, so it will not break down by the natural process. It will be the as it is, and it cause or increase the soil pollution. This is the first disadvantage. Second, release the toxic gases. If you burn the plastic, so it release the toxic gases, harmful gases, that is mixed in air and increase the air pollution. Third, chalk sewage system. Chalk means block the sewage system. So if by mistake a plastic bag, if it is went in a sewage system, so it block the flow of water in a sewage system. So water it is the come upside saturated on a land, and because on saturated water on a land, most of the mosquito it is the breed, and it spread the malaria disease. And last disadvantage of plastic is it block the seeping rain water. Means if plastic it is the saturated on a land, so when a rain it is the fall, so that rain water it will not allow to seepage. Seepage means absorb in the soil. So these are the disadvantage of plastic. Means by use we will get the disadvantage. So how to avoid the disadvantage, or which way we have to reduce the plastic pollution, this one we will learn. So first way is the recycle. Instead of throw or burn plastic things, we can recycle. Second, instead of plastic bag we can use the jute cloth bag. Third, reuse the plastic bag. Instead of a throw we can again reuse to store the dry substance. Next is the dispose the plastic bag. Means collect the plastic things in a 2 dustbin, green and blue, and remember the 4R formula. 4R formula means recycle, reuse, reduce and recover. So by this way, by this all 5 method, we can reduce the plastic pollution. So this all from a fiber, means this all we learn in this lesson. I hope you understood the each and everything. Thank you.